I'm VINCENT, and I'm here with week 3 of my run training for the Bryce Canyon 30K, or 18 miles for the Americans out there. I have my run coach, Dan, roster runner, says it there. Give him a check out. And so he's here this week with me doing some content, working on some run training. And one of the big challenges for me so far is I've been doing these hour-long sessions that you guys have seen, but today is my first 2-hour session. And one of the challenges I know that's going to come from my run training is, can I take the abuse on my knee and hip for the amount of time that I actually need to be part of, or doing the training, the time invested. Yeah. So today's going to be the first 2-hour session, and we're going to split things up and do an hour run with an hour bike. So Dan's going to give you a little bit of heads up of kind of how we're going to strategize that style of longer cardio that I've got in the books coming for the next 12 weeks of training.
Yeah, so this is a good place to be for anybody that's just starting their first type of longer run, more than a 5K. If you haven't had time under your feet, for most people, this is going to be like that make or break point. So if you can't run more than an hour at a time, you've got to be able to do different type of activities, things like swimming, things like biking, even getting on a stationary bike even. That's going to help build up the endurance and the stamina in your lungs and in your legs. So that's pretty much like the big thing that we're trying to accomplish today.
You know, for the run so far, like, I've been really excited about the amount of improvement I've been able to make. I bet right now I'm able to do probably 45 minutes of my hour is run based, but I still haven't run a full mile non-stop. Right. Yeah. So maybe that happens today while we're out there and we figure out a pace in real world time.
I think that being in a natural environment, out of a treadmill, out of a building, you're gonna be able to draw different forms of inspiration. I think today will be the day.
Yeah, so kind of what it looks like today is it's going to be time-based training, and you can talk a little bit about that as far as ultra stuff goes, that time-based training is going to be more valuable to someone like me than it is mileage-based.
So anytime you're running a distance race of any kind, it's not about how fast you can run the thing anymore. So it's not about focusing on mileage in your training, it's about time, because you could be more efficient. And when you're running races that are in the mountains, a mile in the mountains is much different than a mile on the roads. So it doesn't make sense to say go run 20 miles in the mountains, because that could take you all day.
Right.
So when you're doing ultra or these types of distances like we are, we focus on time. And that's the most important factor, because then we can break that up into what are our splits look like per mile. And that's more relevant data than just going all out as quick as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some goals for finishing the run, right? I'm fairly certain based on 18 miles and the time that I'm allowed, I have to keep a 2.67 mile an hour pace.
That's it.
Right, and so anything over that, we're great.
Yeah, you're winning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, over the next 12 weeks, I think goals will change a little bit, but right now the intentions are still set at have as much fun as I can, and that the Bryce Canyon thing is going to be the reward for me sticking to and committing and going all in on 12 weeks of run training and dialing the nutrition and give a shit about getting it done and being smart in recovery and everything involved. And so we're going to have some other content coming this week with Dan as far as footwear and nutrition, as well as like for how I should fuel during runs and during the conditioning, because toward the end of this I'm going to have a couple 5-hour sessions during the week.
Yep. And that's like the one area I think of the race stuff that people miss, is how to fuel during training. So that's going to be a good video.
Yeah. So you want to go get to it?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's go. So we're just getting started with our run out here on the Katy Trail at Good News Brewing is where we're going to start. So we're going to go that way for an hour or 30 minutes or so, and then come back for the run, and then we'll hop on these guys and do an hour on the bike. Pretty good day. So Dan, this is my outdoor training brainless trail run.
I like it.
It is flat, simple, and looks like that for essentially forever. It's nice during the summer, man, because you get this green top.
Right now, it's super hard.
Oh, Good.
Just in the middle of the day.
Yes, less scary. What are big goals for this? So this will be an hour run.
Yeah.
I don't really have a distance in mind, but we'll do an hour.
So on terrain like this, there's a lot that we don't have to worry about. We don't have to worry about variance in terrain, elevation, predators. So really, we're gonna take that off the table entirely. So the two biggest things on a trail like this, number one, we wanna focus on breathing. That has to be the first thing that we focus on. So from the jump, from the first couple steps, we're gonna start getting into a rhythm right away of whether that's 2 steps that we're gonna breathe in and then the next 2 we're gonna breathe out rhythmically. The second thing that we wanna be focusing on is pace. Don't wanna go out of the gate too hot. We don't wanna go out of the gate too mellow, but we wanna find a pace that we can comfortably maintain the entire way since it's pretty much flat. So those are gonna be our 2 big things. We're out in nature, you know, you got the trees, you got the air, you got the sounds, you got all that. So take all of that in, man. Draw inspiration from it. And I think another thing too, because this is something that I really like, is setting an intention for every outdoor run that you have. Taking a moment to just get clear right now on what's most important to you. So for me, I'm gonna set an intention of, I just wanna come out and have fun today. I'm out with my friends, I'm in a whole new state, I've never ran this stretch, I just wanna have fun.
I get to go for a run with the person I'm doing the Bryce Canyon thing with, the person that fired me up to want to do this from watching you do the 100, and I want to get better at a thing. That's it. And today's a chance to +1.
Yeah, so let's just have fun with it.
Let's do it. I think I bounce around too.
Let this beat in my dream.
I don't have any obstacles, I'm just trying not to die. So we're 1 mile in, right around 12 minutes. Pretty stoked on that. That is one of the better mile times I've ever had in my life. It's working, I'm getting better at shit. Oh, what a sweet girl.
I take everywhere I go.
Pretty girl.
I'm never exercising hard enough that I'm not gonna pet a dog.
Exactly. Hi, look at you. Look at that big smile.
You have a great day, man. It's 2 miles in, non-stop, 23 minutes. It's definitely the best I've ever run. So, last few weeks, 3 weeks in, and what a difference it makes. You just have to start, man.
Imagine that, you just showed up for 3 weeks and here we are.
Here we are. Here we are. Halfway point, heading back. 3 miles down. I haven't stopped running yet. It's a big PR. Big PR, Dan.
Sir.
Pumped, man. This is fucking rad. This is rad. You can do this. You just have to start. It doesn't start with going out and doing 3 miles. It starts with running for 3 minutes. You just get better. Miles, 48 minutes. Yeah! It's fucking cool, man. Doing things I was never supposed to be able to do again. 9 fucking knee surgeries, 3 years in pain where I couldn't go up and down stairs. We're stealing things back. They don't come easy, but you gotta fucking take them. That's over an hour, non-stop. Fucking cool, man.
Unlocked another level today.
For sure, right? Yep. Where's our pit crew?
I need a sponge bath.
Oh, man.
I need a sponge bath, I need lemonade, some top ramen.
5.03, hour and 1 minute. I didn't stop running, man.
Dude.
That was cool.
What the shit, dude?
Felt good. Knees, hips, good.
Oh, sandbagger.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I'm a gamer.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, maybe I could run a whole mile. Like, and that wasn't, I'm not trying to undersell, right? Like, I honestly feel that way.
Yeah.
Based on the last 2 weeks training. Like, I've never done a full mile nonstop. So then we just do 5 outside.
It's outside, man. It's the sun. It's the dogs we passed. It's
having someone else.
It's everything.
It's having a running partner for sure. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Super sick. What's next?
Bikes.
Bikes.
An hour on the bike.
All right.
So overall, after an hour, I feel pretty intact, man.
Yeah.
Like my hip, it's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
But I know how to deal with that on the back end. That I got. But it held up during the run. This knee sleeve felt really good. I wish I had one on this knee.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like one on both. This, I can feel this quad way more than I feel this.
Yep.
So there's definitely some imbalance, but go figure.
How was your breathing?
Fine.
Yeah.
I was never out of breath.
Mm-hmm.
That's never really been the bigger concerns. Lungs wise, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because I do enough conditioning, kind of always have, because I like the bike.
Yeah.
It's just whether or not I can take the pounding of the hour.
Right.
All right,
Onward.
bikes. I ran nonstop for 5 miles.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's fucking cool, man.
Yay.
I haven't done a solid mile since I've started this.
That's so awesome.
I have 5. That means
Good job.
that means I have to expect more the next week of training.
Gotta at least double it.
No! Trying to keep the bar low. Success high. All right, love, we're about to go hit an hour on the bike. Almost cramped up. Almost cramped up to put my sock on. I'm an elite level athlete. 5 miles, no problem. Sock, fuck you. Doing new things.
This is uncomfortable. I love it.
Yeah. All right, 30 minutes in, turn around. Take it back. Yeah. Hour bike, hour run. Did it, man, 2-hour session today.
Nothing.
How you feel about it?
I tell you what, legs feel good. My butt is definitely the hurting point right now.
Yeah.
But no, that was cool, man.
Bibs are a nice touch. So, Dan, we ran. I feel like that went better than I expected.
That went really well, man.
Anything you see immediately?
I think the thing right off the bat, good, that went really well was you got your breathing under control right away, like we talked about. And we were able to settle into a pace that was manageable for the entire time. I mean, you, before today, hadn't ran a full mile without stopping. And today we did 5 miles. So
right.
We had our breathing under control. We had our pace under control from the start, and it showed. It was cool.
How's bikes?
Bikes was good. I felt in the beginning, it was so much more in my legs than I was expecting, more in my butt than I was expecting. And keeping up with you, man, I could totally see how being in my shoes as a runner, I mean, I felt that.
It's been a while since you've done like a cardio activity.
That wasn't running.
Right.
Oh,
or
man.
that, why am I not holding pace?
Right. So I could totally see, like, at a beginner level, how it feels for somebody who's new to running even.
That's where so much of that time that I get on the spin bike in the basement
Yeah, man.
is just grind away at 210 watts
Oh, yeah.
and hammer.
That was so cool, man. Thank you for having me out and doing
Dude.
this. It's rad.
Super good day. Excited to do some more cool stuff tomorrow.
But I need food now.
Let's go eat.